Hi everyone, good morning. How are you doing today? Let me introduce myself. My name is Widiadnyana. So today I'm gonna present my topic research group, climate policies on Canada competitiveness. As you can see, like the first slide, background Canada. Well, Canada is like a beautiful country known for its rich culture and stunning landscape. Well, I would say like Canada has population about 38 million people. Its capital city is Ottawa. Well, national symbol of Canada is the most iconic, which is the maple leaf, and people from Canada are referred to as Canadian. So this is my topic, climate policies, Canada competitiveness. Well, let's take a look about how Canada climate policies impact its global competitiveness. These policies aim to reduce carbon emission and promote sustainability, which is essential for addressing global environment challenges. However, this policy also bring both opportunities and challenges. Economically, they make present certain costs for industry, transitioning to greener practices. On the other hand, they open door for innovation, new technologies, and growth in sustainable industry. I know by adopting these measures, Canada is not only contributing a healthier planet, but also positioning itself as a leader in the global green economy. Okay, talk about the slide 3, which is the overview of Canada climate policies. Well, which is which is focused on addressing climate change while promoting a sustainability and innovation. Well, the first one we have the greenhouse gas, or we call GSG reduction goal, which is aimed to significantly lower carbon emission across industry to meet both national and international environment targets. Next, we talk about the carbon pricing. It's a major initiative designed to encourage business and individuals to adopt cleaner practices. Lastly, talk about the climate adaptation, which is focused on preparing for and mitigating on impacts of climate change. This is strategy to enhance the community's resilience, protect ecosystem, and adapt infrastructure to changing environment. Okay, so let's talk about the impact key industry. Well, Canada climate policies impact key industry on the country transition to a low carbon economy. First, talk about the energy sector, which is undergoing significant change with a push toward renewable energy sources like wind and solar. Next, talking about the transportation sector is also transforming with initiative promoting electric vehicles, cleaner fuels, and sustainable logistics. And last but not least, the manufacturing and heavy industry are adapting to meet stricter environmental standards. I know by adopting this innovative technology and cleaner practices, these industries are contributing to Canada's sustainability goals while remaining competitive globally. Okay, last part of my slide, which is the opportunities, innovation, and growth. Well, current climate policies not only challenge traditional industry, but also create significant opportunities for innovation and development across the various sectors. For example, a traditional industry like agriculture encouraged to adopt sustainable practice, ensuring long-term productivity while minimizing environmental impact. In addition, this policy supports the emergence of green jobs in industries such as renewable energy and electric vehicle production. Well, as shown here with the Tesla leading the chart in the sustainable transportation. Well, finally, Canada focused on leadership and sustainability, position the country to lead the global economy in the transition to low carbon in the future. But initiatives like low carbon business action This program emphasized the collaboration and cutting-edge technology to achieve this goal. Well, so this is my all on my part. So by continue by the another person. Thank you so much, guys.
Hi, during this specific part, we are going to talk about already implemented beneficial policies that are happening around Canada that might contribute to economic growth, same as climate progress. We are going to talk specifically about green growth planning, carbon pricing, and resource efficiency. And we're also going to mention the challenges that these policies have. So when we talk about green growth policy, that's a federal policy that has been implemented about thinking about the development of the country, the provincial, and the cities, not only as economical factors, but also how these decisions might affect the sustainability, including energy demand, greenhouse emissions, economic growth, and job creations. This is basically a set of rules about which kind of decisions the government needs to do, but it's not necessarily a new kind of policy. Regardless of that, this has been implemented, or at least promised by different provinces and at the federal level to be the guideline for decision making. We can also mention carbon pricing. That is one of the most popular resources, not only in Canada but all across the world. Basically means that there is going to be a special kind of tax based on how much fossil fuel or greenhouse gas emissions any company or any industry has. And this is especially impactful for carbon intensive industries. In some specifics, so the idea is quite simple. The more you pollute, the more taxes you pay, and at least some portion of these taxes are supposed to be destined for for restoration and sustainability efforts. And the goal for on the federal level is to reach net zero CO2 emissions by 2015. And we could also talk about the resource efficiency, that it's again promises and policies coming from the federal government about basically trying to mitigate environmental degradation by acquiring or reaching a higher efficiency level at all levels of government, but also considering economic growth and energy consumptions as one of the two biggest challenges when we talk about sustainability, because at least at this moment we don't have the technology or the policies to have let's say a healthy balance between economic growth and environmental protections. But it's also noteworthy to mention the policy challenges, because even though these three examples that we just mentioned has been positive results over the years, there's still a lot of things that we need to consider. For example, I think the most important one at that regard is that Canada, like in Canada, the province of Alberta has rejected these kind of policies because it's the right as a province, and they're still focusing and using what we call emission intensive trade exposed sectors. That is basically carbon. And Alberta, contrary to the rest of the country, instead of creating taxes or laws or policies that might reduce the usage of fossil oils or carbon emissions, they actually increase those, and they actually put some penalties on green energies, or what we might consider sustainable. This is highly related with the own perception of the economy of these provinces and the economic availability that they might have. And addressing these challenges requires a strategic policy design and integration of environmental economic goals and improving coordinations among stakeholders. Thank you.
Hello everyone, My name is Maria Criz, Julian Aladin. So today, we're gonna explore how Canada's climate policies impact its global competitiveness, focusing on opportunities and challenges in transitioning to sustainable energy sources. First one is carbon pricing framework. Canada's Greenhouse Gas Pollution Pricing Act is a key driver of innovation. In British Columbia, carbon pricing has spurred cleaner industries without harming economic growth. Internationally, Germany's CCS strategy has enhanced efficiency while maintaining strong economic results. However, Canada's fragmented provincial frameworks are less appealing compared to the EU's unified approach. On the next one is clean energy leadership and investment. With over 80% of electricity from clean sources, Canada has a strong foundation for clean energy leadership. Yet, competition from the US Inflation Reduction Act and EU's Green Deal highlights the need for more predictable investment and addressing infrastructure deficits. Next one is transitioning the oil and gas sector. Canada's reliance on fossil fuels export faces challenges from declining global demand. So the example here is like Norway. Economic diversification and renewable investments offer valuable insights. Uh, Canada must balance emission targets with economic needs through strategies like carbon contracts for differences and investment in cleaner energy sources. So here are the policy risks and benefits. So effective climate policies can position Canada as a leader in global sustainability movement, while slow adoption, risk competitiveness, ambition strategies can drive innovation, create jobs, and ensure the economic growth. That's all, and thank you.
So my topic would be strategies to enhance competitiveness to climate policies. So one, we have the limit of using fossil fuels or by keeping them in the ground completely. The burning of thus contributing to climate change. By keeping fossil fuels in the ground untouched can lessen the effects of contributing to change. Secondly, investing in renewable energy. There are many prototypes and technologies that are capable of being an alternative to fossil fuels, but are unable to develop them due to inefficient funds and the lack of attention from citizens. Lastly, is reducing the cutting of forests or deforestation and encourage planting. These are essential when fighting against climate change since they are the ones responsible in the sucking up the carbon and cleaning the air. These are only a few strategies to enhance the climate change policies and mitigate the contribution to climate change. And lastly, we have the conclusion. Canada's climate change policies are an essential step towards addressing the pressing climate change concerns while fostering economic growth. With the implementation of strategies like carbon pricing, emission reduction targets, and renewable energy investments, the country aims to balance environmental preservation and economic growth. Concluding, Canada's climate policies might establish the nation as a global leader in, sustainability, promoting economic and environmental success.